Okay, this is a very quick explanation of mitosis. Now, firstly, the first point to make is that we're starting off here with one ordinary body cell, and then three things are going to happen. The DNA, which is obviously found in there inside the nucleus, found on the chromosomes. The DNA is going to be copied, so you need two copies of the DNA, so two copies of every gene. The chromosomes are going to change well. Instead of being these long thread-like things, they're going to get short, they're going to get fat. And also at the moment we can see the nuclear membrane here. Well, that's going to break down. Okay, so we're going to end up with a cell that looks a little bit like this. Now the other key point to make, let me see if I can just move this. The other key point to make is that we've got here, we're pretending that there's two chromosomes. But because the DNA has been copied, these two chromosomes have been changed, if you like, into these four what we call chromatids. Now you don't need to know that word for the exam. But these are two chromosomes, but you can see there's like two bits of them. So in total we've got these four chromatids. Now let's make this one smaller, forget about that now. Let's go on to number 2. So what's next then? Okay, well, the next thing is that these two chromosomes are going to line up across the middle of the cell, sometimes called the equator of the cell. And there's then the formation of these fibers called spindle fibers that are going to pull the chromosomes, we can see it here, to the ends of the cell. We call it the poles of the cell. So the chromosomes are now pulled to these poles, and then the cell starts to pinch inwards to create two cells. You don't need to know this word, but it's called cytokinesis. So eventually we end up with two cells. This is the product of mitosis, and we started off with two chromosomes in each cell, and we end up with two chromosomes in each of the daughter cells. And as we can see, the nuclear membrane has been reformed. So just to summarize then, what you need to know, can I retrieve this one? Yes, I can. What you need to know about mitosis. You need to know the core purpose of it. Now, I've not said this before in this little tutorial, but the whole point is, this is how we get bigger. This is how we grow. This is also how we repair and replace cells. So we end up with, next point, two cells that are genetically identical to the parent cell that we started off with, apart from where there's been random mutations. And it happens pretty much everywhere. So from the point that the sperm and the egg came together to create you, your cells have been dividing via mitosis. And it takes place pretty much everywhere. So right now as we speak, it's taking place in all sorts of different parts of your body, particularly your skin cells, and then some other parts of your body, such as most parts of your brain. The cells there don't tend to divide very often. Okay, so that is the end. That is my mitosis tutorial. Farewell.